Imagine embracing school choice as a civil rights issue of the next generation. That every single child, regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of wealth or zip code, every child in America has a right to a quality education.
There we go.
True from all of the above, whether it is in public schools or charter schools or private schools or Christian schools or parochial schools or home schools. Every child. Instead of a president who boycotts Prime Minister Netanyahu, imagine a president who stands unapologetically with the nation's history. Instead of a president who seeks to go to the United Nations to end run Congress and the American people. Imagine a president who says, I will honor the Constitution, and under no circumstances will Iran be allowed to acquire a nuclear weapon.
Right.
Imagine a president who says we will stand up and defeat radical Islamic terrorism. And we will call it by its name.
Amen.
We will defend the United States of America.
Here we go.
Now, all of these seem difficult. Indeed, to some, they may seem unimaginable. And yet, if you look at the history of our country, imagine it's 1775, and you and I were sitting there in Richmond listening to Patrick Henry say, give me liberty or give me death. Imagine it's 1776, and we were watching the 54 signers of the Declaration of Independence stand together and pledge their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to igniting the promise of America. Imagine it was 1777, and we were watching General Washington as he lost battle after battle after battle. In the freezing cold, as his soldiers with no shoes were dying, fighting for freedom against the most powerful army in the world. That too seemed unimaginable. Imagine it's 1933, and we were listening to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt tell America at a time of crushing depression, at a time of a gathering storm abroad, that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Imagine it's 1979, and you and I were listening to Ronald Reagan. And he was telling us that we would cut the top marginal tax rate from 70% all the way down to 28%. That we would go from crushing stagnation